A local U.S. congressman is pushing for an earthquake early warning system for the West Coast.
Burbank Democrat Adam Schiff is behind the effort, saying it could save lives, but it's already facing some major opposition. KCAL 9 political reporter Dave Bryan has the very latest on the effort. Dave.
Well, Sylvia, Lena, it's really ironic that, the technology for this early warning system was developed right here at Caltech, but there is no widespread system in use here in the U.S. That may be changing soon, but it seems like we've been talking about this early warning system for years, and finally there is a push in the House by Democrats to put some money behind the talk.
Very strong shaking expected in 3 seconds.
This is a demonstration of what the earthquake early warning system would look and sound like if a powerful earthquake came rolling up the San Andreas Fault toward Los Angeles, giving Southland residents precious seconds that could mean the difference between survival or death.
Getting advance notice, even if it's 10 seconds, 30 seconds, or a minute, could save a lot of lives in the event of a major earthquake by letting people get to a safe place, by telling engineers they need to stop the train, by telling hospitals they need to stop surgeries.
Now, Burbank Congressman Adam Schiff has presented a letter signed by 14 other Democrats to the House Interior Appropriations Subcommittee, calling for $16 million in federal funding to start building an earthquake warning system across California and the West. In fact, a demonstration project is already working, as we saw last week after the 5.1 earthquake near La Habra.
So the early warning system, 4 seconds, you're in,
and now we're having an aftershock.
Caltech professor Thomas Heaton of the Earthquake Engineering Research Lab says the demonstration project is working well, but is very limited.
At the moment, the early warning system is a university demonstration project, so there are graduate students involved. But to take it that next step up where it's automatically controlling all of California, you need a more thoroughly engineered system than what we can do out of a university project.
Full-scale earthquake warning systems are already being used in other countries like Japan and Mexico, but not yet in the U.S.
Mr. Speaker, I rise today in strong support.
Congressman Ken Calvert, a Republican from Corona, is the chair of the committee which received the funding letter from Congressman Schiff. Calvert said in a statement that he has supported the concept of an earthquake warning system for many years. But he said the test phase is operational, but USGS still has work to do to improve reliability, accuracy, and to figure out the best ways to communicate early warnings to people. Professor Heaton agrees there is still work to do, but says that will take more funding.
Additional funding would pay for software engineers. Of course, Microsoft charges for software. Nobody writes reliable software for free. And then the system has to be maintained, just like the telephone system has to be maintained. We need to put in some additional seismometers.
In fact, Heaton says right now the earthquake warning demonstration system is funded not by the state or the federal government, but by a private foundation. And that money, he says, will run out in 2 years. Congressman Schiff says failure to fund would be lunacy.
So there's really no question about the proven nature of the technology. This works. The only question is, are we going to build this out before the next big quake, or are we going to do it afterward when we'll be kicking ourselves for not having the foresight to do it in advance?
Now, it may not bode well, the fact that all signatures to this letter from Congressman Schiff are Democrats, and of course, Republicans control the House. However, the committee's subcommittee chair, that would be Congressman Calvert, who we saw in that piece, says he hopes to have a bill moving through the House by sometime later this year. We're live in Pasadena. Dave Bryan, KCAL 9 News.
All right.